is a mind-body practice that has a long history of use for increasing calmness and physical relaxation, to improve our psychological balance, to cope with illness, and generally to enhance our health and well-being. Mind and body practices really focus on all aspects of ourselves, the interactions between the brain, the mind, the body, and our behavior. There's so many kinds of meditation, but I think NIH listed 4 common elements in them. One is finding a quiet location with minimal distractions. 2 is finding a specific comfortable postures, whether you're sitting, walking, lying down, or other positions that are your most comfortable having. And then 3, a focus of attention. What does that mean? Well, you choose words or sets of words, an object, or the sensations of the breath. Now, the problem with the last piece, the sensations of the breath, if you have extreme anxiety, it doesn't always work, because concentrating on your breath also seems to be a little bit too easy for the brain. Sometimes I call it a wild beast, to just sort of goes. We would have all these racing thoughts. We'll go down that rabbit hole and then repeating whatever thoughts over and over. So you kind of want to control that a little bit. So then it becomes sort of the focus of attention is more important, choosing a phrase or sets of words or object. And then just say that out loud not out loud, but in silent, in your head. Just repeat that words or phrase over and over in order to block all these racing thoughts. And the last element, according to NIH, is having an open attitude, meaning letting distraction come and go naturally without judging them. Now, the problem with that is that, just as I alluded earlier, that if you have anxiety, extreme anxiety, letting your distractions come and go may not be a good idea. You want to control that a little bit. Here is one example of one of the elements being used. At least I find it quite effective, and that is the third element, what we call, or NIH call, a focus of attention, choosing words or objects or phrase or sets of words. In my case, I like something a little bit more difficult to say, and the reason is that you want to make sure that your brain works a little bit. You want to sort of stretch that piece out, and the more you work a little bit, the more likely that you don't have all these thoughts that going down the rabbit hole. So here's an example. The two words that I use that I find it quite effective: lightning and thunder. Lightning and thunder. Now, the way I say that word, sometimes I could just sit in one place and just repeat that in my head. I scream in my head sometimes, and I can stare at something and then still repeating those words. But if you're the kind of people who get distracted easily, you might want to go outside and find a quiet place and just repeat words of your choice. Find something neutral, find something positive. Now, remember, something positive sometimes can trigger past events. If that happens, it's okay, let it go, find another phrase or another words. In my case, I use the same 2 words all the time because it works for me. And here I am, I would spend 5 minutes repeating these 2 words: thunder, lightning, thunder, lightning, thunder, lightning.